You know, I don't know if you know this, but over 80% of students that enroll at your school had to be followed up with upwards of 5 times. Most people don't close after the first time they see your website and call in and say, hey, can I book an appointment? That doesn't happen. Despite knowing this, most admissions reps fail to follow up after just 2 or 3 different times. So the question I have for you is this: could your school grow that much more efficiently? Could your school help way more students if we actually followed up more than just a couple times? And in fact, I'll dare say this: could we even automate this? The answer is yes. So in this video, I'm gonna be covering the 4 most important campaigns that you need to run at your campus to significantly grow it, help more students, and get them to actually graduate and go out and have great careers. If you're new to the channel, this is the Trade School Growth Guide. My whole purpose of this channel is just helping admissions leaders and campus directors continue to grow their campus. So do me a favor, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to this video so you can get more trainings like this. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the training. So automated email and text could significantly grow your campus, but the more campus directors I talk to and more campuses I speak to, they are underutilizing this feature in most CRMs. So I thought it'd be good to go over the 4 most important campaigns that you need to run. Starting with campaign number 1, the lead magnet. Now I know what you're saying, Raylan, I have a lead magnet. You kind of do. Most campuses just get away with just having a contact us form on their website, or hey, schedule a tour. You put in the information and that's great. Maybe then your reps will call and schedule an appointment. But here's the problem with that lead magnet: is it addresses just the small percentage of students that are already been thinking about it for a while and they're now ready to take the next step. What about the other 90% of people that maybe aren't really sure yet? They know maybe that being an HVAC or a massage therapist or some other trade could be important, but they don't have enough information to book a tour. They're not ready to make that first step. We need lead magnets for them. Lead magnets, for example, like having a VSL, which is a video sales letter, or maybe you do webinars. Think of it the way that we used to do open houses and tours, which you may still do, but we do them virtually. Or how about this? You just teach a lesson virtually and you have people sign up for it. If you do that, way more leads are gonna come through, and even better, because of the type of lead magnet that you do, and depending on it, your admissions rep have something to call about. So before it was just, hey, we're scheduling an appointment, and that's great. Hey, are you coming to the appointment? That's great. Are you all set up? What got you interested in massage therapy? Yes, that's a play that'll always work. But even better than that, imagine a world where somebody puts in a lead for your ebook talking about 5 most important careers in HVAC, or the most important techniques to use as a massage therapist, or how do you grow a business as a massage therapist in the first place. Now you can reach out to those potential students and say, hey, what did you think about the webinar? Or what did you think about the ebook? Now we have something to talk about more than just, hey, I know you're interested and I'm looking forward to coming to seeing you at the campus. So the point is this: lead magnets are outstanding for getting people that maybe didn't even know they had a problem, didn't know that they were that unfulfilled in their career, and getting them to think differently about what they're doing with their life. Which then leads me to the campaign number 2 that you need to have, the indoctrination sequence. So once they fill out the lead magnet form, or even better yet, they schedule a tour on campus, we have a short period of time to educate the prospective student on why we are uniquely positioned to help them. What can they look forward to? This indoctrination sequence, or a welcome series as some people call it, not only should it be about you, but it should be about your students. Which means we're, again, not gonna just talk about why we're so good at what we do. We're gonna highlight our students. Maybe email 1 is, hey, thanks for your interest in the school. I know you downloaded X, Y, and Z email. I want you to look forward to what other emails and inspiration you're gonna get from us. And maybe the second email is, hey, this is a student that recently graduated and here's what they're doing in their career. Is this something that you might be interested in? And then finally, of course, we're gonna encourage them to come book a call. I do what's called the super signature. It's a PS line that says, PS, here's 3 ways I can help you. And then for your campus, it could be, hey, go to this next webinar, book a tour, one-on-one tour, come to open house, whatever it is. In every single email, we're gonna have that. So we do have a call to action. But again, the whole point of the indoctrination sequence is to differentiate you from your competitors. Okay, but what happens after that? That brings me to campaign number 3, the 28-day short-term nurture. So most campuses, this is the one that actually they do have this, but it just could be a little bit better. So the way that I look at admissions is that on average, when people book a tour or decide to, put in their information to come and see the campus, about 28 days is about what it takes to get a student in and actually enrolled. And if they don't come in for their first appointment, in 28 days, if we don't get them in, we're gonna have to change the strategy to bring them in later on. So in those 28 days, there's a series of emails we're gonna wanna do in combination with what I mentioned earlier, the indoctrination sequence. This short-term nurture is literally just getting them to book a tour. That's the first kind of goal we're trying to achieve with this 28-day sequence. However, when most people do this, every single email, when I see these emails, they're all the same. Hey, I know you said you wanted to come into the campus. We haven't seen you yet. My name is so-and-so and you should book a tour with me. Like it's nothing about the student. Again, in 28 days, we could educate the student about the problems they're probably experiencing. And even better yet, if we use what I call behavioral-based marketing, depending on what they click on, we can serve them different content. Think of it like an algorithm, except for it's in text as well as in email. This includes what happens if they no-show to their appointment. Well, we should call out the fact that, hey, I know life sometimes gets busy, but I am pretty confident that this is something that can change your life. So why don't you go ahead and book a tour and reschedule with us and we'll have you come in. If they click that reschedule link, we'll get them different content. However, if they don't click it, we need to carry on and go, okay, maybe that didn't hit. So let's move on to, hey, the hardest part of going to school is opening the door for the first time. And we know it's scary. And here's what some students have said about that first experience with us and why they're so glad they chose our campus. This behavioral-based marketing allows us, once again, to serve content that's going to speak directly to the student and actually get them to book a tour, or better yet, to enroll. And last but not least, I'm going to combine two: the re-engagement campaign and the long-term nurture. The long-term nurture, again, you might already have at your campus, it's just probably not that great. The long-term nurture should be a series of 1 to 2 emails every single week until they unsubscribe or until they actually enroll. Most campuses that I talk to think they have this already, and if you're not sure, go talk to your marketing team or go talk to whoever does your CRM, but it should be every week. But most campuses, what they end up doing is this: they reach out when they need something. Maybe the admissions reps calls when leads are low and they need to get somebody in the door to enroll, or they're doing a on-campus open house and that's the only time they hear from you. That can't be how it works. Today, we need to keep people engaged, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna look at the email. If you're smart and you use social media, and by the way, at the end of this video, I'll link my social media strategy that you could use at your campus. But in combination with your emails, your text, and your social media, you're surrounding that prospective student so that they only think about, if they are gonna go to school, they're gonna go to school with you. So in that long-term nurture, we wanna make sure we're serving them up content that's valuable to them, not your campus. So that means, think about, okay, what's going on in this prospective student's life? What are some things we can give to them? Is it, once again, different opportunities in career services? Is it opportunities that help them, change their mindset so they can actually encourage themselves to get away from some of those friends and family members that are holding them back? What kind of content can you serve to them that's gonna best serve them and get them to a better place in life? This, in combination with the re-engagement campaign, will work perfectly with your campus. But Raylan, what's a re-engagement campaign? Again, really happy you asked. So the re-engagement campaign is really just that. We're trying to get them back on what I call the buyer's line. We want to get them re-encouraged about going to school, so we're going to throw something their way to get them to click. The game of email marketing is clicks, not just opens anymore. Today, with Apple opening emails before you get to them to scan them for spam, open rates are not exactly something that we can really hang our hat on, but clicks definitely are. It means that people are engaged and actually want to read your emails. So what should we do in re-engagement campaign? Either A, we can serve them up maybe some content that you made at the campus, like a YouTube video, or better yet, if you're hosting a webinar on, once again, the best careers to get into in 2025 or whatever year is coming up, that's a webinar. That's something that's going to re-engage them, get them excited again about going to your campus. The point is, don't just make your emails and texts about you. Make it about the student. So there you have it. Those are the 4 most important campaigns you need to have at your campus. And like I promised you earlier, if you look over here somewhere, I don't know if it's over here or over here, I'll have the social media strategy that you can do in combination with email marketing that'll help you enroll more students. And as always, drop in the comments, let me know if you have any questions, or better yet, if you've tried some of these different campaigns and what's worked for you. There's definitely going to be some campus directors that are watching this that can benefit from your advice. And last but not least, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.